subscribe, like the video, comment down below, and if you want to help Maggie and I create this amazing life here on our retreat farm, Costa Rica living, pledge on Patreon, $5 a month. It really helps out. Everything you need to know is in the description down below. Top 5 hated fruits and vegetables, and this person hates eggplant. I love eggplant. I would say the only fruit or vegetable I can think of that I don't enjoy would be noni fruit. If you know noni fruit, it tastes like blue cheese, but like rotten blue cheese. It's a really beautiful fruit. I have some friends that like it, but I've tried it and it's just absolutely disgusting. There are foods that I don't like whipped cream, for instance. Whipped creamy textures, like white frothy things. I've always hated those. Like, I can't do whipped cream. I can't do like the cream on a latte. I just don't like that. So there are foods, like processed foods, I don't like, but when it comes to nature and natural foods, literally the only thing I can think of right now that if someone was like, hey, can I cook you dinner, a vegan dinner, and use any plant ever, I'd be like, no noni, please. But that's the only thing I can think of. How do you learn to draw? You practice. And you watch YouTube tutorials how to draw a face, how to draw a dog, how to draw a skull, how to draw in a tattoo style, how to draw realistic. Go on YouTube, look what they do, and practice for like 15 years, and then you'll be decent. Like, these things, drawing and art takes a lifetime to get competent at. Some people do have natural talents over others, so you might get better quicker, but it's just hours. It's like anything else. You have to draw like crazy. Just draw all the time, as much as you can, and that's how you get good. I would start with graphite pencil and just like draw with pencil for like a year. Can we reverse climate change as a society? It's a great question. Yes and no. In theory, I can tell you a way scientifically. I got my degree in environmental science and policy from Colorado College. I can tell you exactly how to cure climate change today, and we could all agree on it on a society. Is it gonna happen? No, because there's too much politics and too many people involved, and some people have really high moral frameworks and others have it on a different level. So the main issue of climate change is that human beings release greenhouse gas emissions, which include fossil fuels like from cars, but also methane, which can be a natural product from things like cows. So we reduce greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, and greenhouse gases prevent the light which comes down from the sun, bounces off planet Earth, and it should escape back out of the atmosphere, and it can't because the greenhouse gases have this layer that protect the light. So the light comes in, bounces off, and comes back down. That's why we have global warming. That's why the world is getting hotter, because the greenhouse gases trap in the heat. That's the best summary of what climate change is I can tell you. So the way to fix climate change is 1, use less fossil fuels, 2, reduce all the resources you need to survive, and try to localize your entire life as much as possible. It's beyond food. So essentially what that means, to fix climate change, we have to stop using as much fossil fuels. That means less driving, less plane travel. We have to eat more sustainably to reduce the methane and to reduce our waste. Because when you eat an animal product, that burger has years of water and food that cow had to eat in order to go in there. So it takes so much resources to get a simple thing like a burger. Whereas when you eat a potato, you're using the energy from the sun to eat, which is unlimited amount, versus plants to feed cows and then to eat the plants. You're losing bajillions, trillions of calories in the process when you eat higher on the food chain. So you have to drive less, you have to eat more local and sustainably, which means plant-based, get rid of the animal products, eat more locally, and use more local products. If you have a choice to buy something on Amazon from China or buy something from down the street that your friend has, go do that. So that's how we fix climate change. You have to grow your own food, you have to localize your system. So in theory, that's so simple. You could just tell everyone that, but then they have the choice or not to do it. So is my dad in Los Angeles gonna not go to that business meeting in New York City just for his morals? No, he's not. And my dad is a principled person, and he won't even stop driving or flying because it's hurting the environment, or even eating animal products. So I don't have a lot of faith that as our population is growing, we have almost 8 billion people on the planet, that we're gonna get everyone to come together and be sustainable. Absolutely not. It's just never gonna happen. So the options are to just keep on increasing climate change. We're gonna have some natural disaster that's gonna force us to change, but tons of animals and ecosystems and human beings will be hurt in the process. Or we can make government regulation and force people to eat less meat, force people to buy more locally by making unhealthy and unsustainable food more expensive through shifting subsidies. So these things can be done, but then you also have to think that the government is corrupted. Until we get the money out of politics, we're not gonna get a good food bill. And it's just, for me, the best thing you can do is to live by example and to share publicly so that people who are interested in learning can learn about it. That's what I do. That's what I do to help try to combat climate change, is keep myself educated, walk my talk, and inspire people to do it. But I don't think everyone's listening, so I'm a little worried about it. And it's gonna affect us in my lifetime. I'm 27 years old. You know, oceanographers say that by 2050, there'll be no more commercial fish in the ocean. That means no more bass, no more, I don't even know, what do people eat? Swordfish, craziness. I have a few more questions, so let me get on here to get them. Do you miss cycling? I can still cycle whenever I want. I'm thinking one of these days soon I'm gonna go ride my bike on a dirt road I found that's really nice. There are aspects of bike life and traveling that I miss, but right now, being so new back into like home living, I'm so happy that I quit my bike trip. Like, of course, there's always gonna be elements. I miss being in a new place with the wind in my hair and Maggie by my side and having no responsibilities and no rent, and I can go wherever the fuck I want. It's beautiful. But that's also paired with biking in the rain, sleeping in shitty public places and in the jungle and getting mosquito bites and being lonely and all this stuff, you know, for the reasons that I quit bike life. Or not quit, but just stopped it after living on a bicycle for 2 years. So I don't miss bike life yet. I miss little aspects, but I love what I'm doing right now. I'm working so hard. I have so much purpose. I'm really happy about it. Subscribe, like the video, comment down below, and if you want to help Maggie and I create this amazing life here on our retreat farm, Costa Rica living, pledge on Patreon, $5 a month. It really helps out. Everything you need to know is in the description down below. Peace. Pura vida. Dream extreme.